Welcome back to Game Crunch, everyone, keeping you up to date with the latest in the video game world. Now today, we're going to go over a couple of the biggest stories happening today in the gaming space, including, looks like we just got a leak for the Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater trailer. Supposed to be save it for the Sony State of Play that's upcoming, but we may have got a look at this early. We'll take a look at that in just a second. And then, do you miss E3? I kind of miss E3. Is it coming back? We'll get into that in just a second. But of course, if you like to stay up to date with the latest in the video game world, consider giving Game Crunch a subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, really appreciate it. If you find any of this information helpful, give the video a like, and without further ado, let's take a look at these big topics. So Konami's upcoming remake of Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater just had its release date leaked of August 28th, along with a trailer that wasn't supposed to be out yet. The news comes from a leaked trailer that went live a little earlier than planned on the PlayStation Store. And guess what? The game will feature PS5 Pro enhancements, bringing a more polished experience for those on Sony's latest hardware. One of the biggest changes in this remake is how the game's difficulty adapts to your perspective. If you play using the new modern third-person view, the experience will feel more like Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. But if you stick with the original fixed camera, you're in for a more old-school challenge. And for longtime fans, good news, Snake vs. Monkey mode is back. This hilarious side mode, originally exclusive to PlayStation, pits Snake against a group of mischievous monkeys in a high-stakes tactical capture mission. It's great to see Konami embracing the fun side of Metal Gear. Konami has also been working hard to modernize the game while keeping it faithful to the 2004 classic. According to developers, they want new players to feel like they're playing a game built for today's standards, while still keeping the essence of the original intact. Will they succeed? Guess we'll have to wait and see when Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater launches this August. Seems like a bit of a whoopsie on Sony's part to accidentally launch that trailer a little bit early, but Metal Gear, I need to get into Metal Gear. I've never really played, don't get mad at me, but I've never really played a Metal Gear game, and it's just one of those games that I need to play. One of these days, maybe this will be the one, maybe I'll grab it, this will be the time I finally dive into Metal Gear. Do you miss E3? I definitely miss E3. Well, looks like some of the folks behind E3 are now moving forward with a new event called ICON. The Interactive Innovation Conference, or ICON for short, is set to take place in Las Vegas from April 27th to April 30th of 2026. But don't expect it to be a public gaming event. Unlike E3, this is an exclusive, invite-only summit focused on industry leaders, networking, and discussions about the future of gaming. Major players like Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony, and even companies from outside gaming like Disney and Amazon are already on board. The ESA says ICON will focus on how interactive entertainment is shaping industries beyond gaming like film, TV, and even healthcare and finance. Now, before you get your hopes up, ICON isn't meant to replace E3. The ESA confirmed in late 2023 that E3 is officially dead after years of cancellations and declining relevance. Instead, ICON seems more like a corporate think tank rather than a public showcase of upcoming games. With E3 gone, events like Summer Game Fest and the Game Awards are now the go-to places for major game reveals. While ICON may not be a direct replacement, it does raise questions. Will it lead to a better industry-wide collaborations? Or is it just another corporate gathering that won't really affect us regular gamers? So a little bit of good news, a little bit of nuance, kinda not so good news. You know, I really kind of miss E3. There was something really magical about the E3 time that Summer's Game Fest and the Game Awards just can't seem to capture. It's just not the same. I remember that E3 week, I was just like tuned into everything all the time. I want to see what everybody's announcing, I want to see what's coming out. Summer Game Fest and the Game Awards just doesn't seem to have that same magic. But on the plus side, this ICON event, if this gets people together, like Sony and Nintendo and everything, there's lots of stories about all the backroom deals and ideas that kind of went back and forth between these companies back in the day. Maybe we'll see some cool stuff. And that's all the news I've got for you today, so of course, let me know what your thoughts are down below. What'd you think of this Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater trailer? Are you definitely going to get this game? And what do you think about this return of ICON from the creators behind E3? Do you think this could lead to some pretty cool innovations in gaming? Fingers crossed. Let's just hope so. But I want to thank you guys again for tuning in to another day of Game Crunch. And in case you missed the last news video, I'm going to put one over here and another video you might like over here. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.